So it's a beautiful lunchtime actually in Rotherham at the moment. You can see where the sky's absolutely deserted town centre nowadays. To when I worked here in the 1980s in the steel industry. But about half an hour ago, Mark Banaman contacted me, told me that there was a demonstration about somebody who was arrested and imprisoned after Manvers outside Rotherham Town Hall, as you can see there. And you can see that we've got some socialists here, and they've already been chanting our streets or whatever. They're going on about refugees are welcome, but anybody crossing the channel from France isn't a refugee, they're in a safe country. They've even probably crossed 10 safe countries to get to France. They're coming to the UK for one reason: they can get more benefits than can get in any other country, and then probably they'll hop across to America. But I think Britain's an absolute soft touch. We're not looking after our own people. We invite these, what they call refugees, into the UK, but I think 98% of these so-called refugees are economic migrants. Now, if you are a refugee, you go to the next safe country. Let us send some money over there, but when it's safe you should be going back to your mother country. So this is just a precursor to the main demonstration, I think, that's going ahead at 1 o'clock. So I'm with Mark Banaman, as you can see at the moment, and you can see they've all got their little placards that they all get out of the back of somebody's car. Doesn't look very organic, does it? But a local Rotherham person's just come straight up and told them exactly how he feels about them. And the question is, were these people actually outside when there was 1,400 girls abused in Rotherham shouting up about it? I'm guessing they weren't. So as things progress, we'll keep you posted, but we've got a few police around, as you can see up there, and a few across there, but hopefully it'll pass away peacefully. But this is the backdrop for what's going ahead today. So the only aggression I've seen so far is from the socialists. Poor Mark Banaman was filming them, and they started calling him Nazi scum. And they tried to burn it down. So what are you telling me? You only care about the kids if they're white. You only care about the kids if they come from around here. What a load of racist nonsense. We're not having that. We're not having that. So let's be You can just listen to the person for yourself and make your own mind up on it. Venom is very angry. But I've already been up to the police and said, when you start calling people Nazi scum, that's a public order offence. And the police said to me that I'm not disagreeing with you, but it's not the right time to say something. Well, when is the right time? When these lot are shouting Nazi scum? This caused massive issues at Manvers. So a bit of an update, a lot of hot air coming from the Socialists. Got Sammy Woodhouse just there, she's a local reporter now. And then there's not many on the actual protest side from what I class as my side, because what it is what's happened is somebody's been put away for 3 years, and what had happened is his mother had been knocked over by the police. I think one of the police had actually hit her with a riot shield, and they took her away for treatment. As they took her away for treatment, her son was concerned. He wanted to go across and make sure his mother was all right. Police wouldn't let him through, so all he did is kicked at the shields to try and get through, and he got 3 years for that. Absolutely disgraceful. But you know, when we haven't got police on our street, and I'm looking how many police we've got here now, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 police at the moment, but we never see police on our streets, but they always seem to turn out for demos, don't they? But I know us people who are a bit against immigration and economic migrants, we're pretty peaceful. All the venom that's been coming this afternoon has been from that side over there. So, Mark, you've gone up to the police and actually asked them about this, calling people Nazi scum and whatever. And so, what did police say to you?
Basically, they told me that they won't be having words with these people after the event, because if you go in there, it could potentially escalate.
I think that's a real poor excuse, that, personally. I think it needs to be dealt with now.
Is this the two-tier policing that Stormer was denying?
Yeah, that's right, yeah, definitely. They're basically telling them after the event it should be while the event to stop it escalating. So the people come about, the political prisoners are on this side, just here, and then you can see the socialists over here. But this guy who's doing all the speaking at the moment is extremely aggressive. I don't know if anybody knows who he is, but he's extremely aggressive. So where does he fit in the big scheme of things, people?
Refugees are welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Refugees are welcome here. Say it loud.
But the hate coming from this side is quite awful. I mean, Mark's an independent filmer. He likes both sides of the argument, and Mark's had some real issues with them. But this is what they're here about, free political prisoners, as you can see. 3 years for going to try and make sure your mother's okay. This is not like Mark Banaman to get involved in friction, but I don't know what's going off with Mark at the moment, because Mark's a really tolerant person. But the police have just had a word with one of the people who's supporting the action against the political prisoner and told them to butt out with some of the language, which I agree with. But at the same time, I said, well, there's language coming from the other side and the police are refusing to talk to them now. They're allowing them to get away with it. They're saying that it's not appropriate to talk to them, it might escalate the situation.
Come on, Tommy!
You know, so definitely seems to be political policing to me. So things are now over, you can see the police walking away and everything is really calm. And look now how calm it is and peaceful. So all the socialists have gone and it's lovely and peaceful, really nice people, but that's what we're up against, really. And what I've found out is that all Mark said was refugees are welcome, and it kicked off when he said refugees are welcome to the socialists. So but like I said, this was all about somebody who's been put in prison for 3 years for kicking a shield when he was actually trying to get through to his mum, who'd actually been hit by somebody's shield in the Manvers fracas. So quiet now, isn't it, and peaceful. And notice these are homemade signs, they're not the socialist worker signs they pull out the back of a wagon and give everybody every time.